We are connecting. Hello and welcome. What is it? The 8th? Welcome to the 8th of Saturday, the 8th of November in the year of the 2025. Welcome to the circus. We're trying to be fancy. Are things a disaster? Are we even live? Welcome, one and all, to my show. Welcome to my show. It's my show. All right. Ooh, yeah. Hello, welcome in. Turn on your devices, put me on in the background. Welcome to the best workers and lurkers at the circus. Let's see. Oh, we've got two people. Let's see here. Do I see me? There's my thumbnail. Oh, don't use that horrible voice, Phoenix. Better than that. Does chat work? Let's see here. There's 3. I see 2 cameras. The light for the fancy one needs to be adjusted, but we'll deal with that. Let's see here. How? Everything I see says I'm set to 1080p and 60, but in Rumble Studio with the RTMP, it says 720 and 21. So if anybody smart knows how to but whatever. Welcome to the circus, the little disaster that could. I am the one, the only, the Phoenix Electra. Thanks, Tiny, for shaming me into 2 cameras. Because today I thought we would start off in preparation for... Oh, Phoenix, we were going to check to make sure that chat works. Because... Oh, hey, Loki, come on. And there is Cat. Is my camera... No, we're just slow and laggy. All right, I think it's these settings, but I don't know how to fix them right now. Welcome to the Loki Show. We're just going to keep going because that's all we can do. Let the show must go on. All right, I'm trying to figure out where chat is. Oh, right, it's right here. Welcome. And let's see here. I see 1 chat. I see 2 chats. I'm hearing.
Located a wonderful close up.
Yeah.
But we're still getting that little jump.
Yeah, I know. That's because I'm streaming in Potato Stream and you didn't upgrade the internet. So, welcome. Yes, it's your fault, Trump. Oh, did I just oh, what did I just do to this camera? Fudge muffins. Nope, don't. All right, I can embed that. All right, I'm just not going to touch anything, except I need to keep touching that one to make sure. Where's this chat pop out screen? Does this mean toggle on? Oh, welcome. Oh, God, Phoenix, you are such... Loki. Oh, oh, please don't do that. That's sweet. Oh, Loki is eating stuff. Not eating. Oh, my fluffernutters. Welcome to the little disaster that could. We're gonna start off with a little crocheting to get ready for for my show, cause Loki. All right, I have one. Don't hit the tiny section of the needle. Oh my God, Loki, I am. Yeah, there's not enough people here for snacks yet, and you are totes adorbs though. Hashtag sewing cats. Alright. I'm still trying to... Phoenix, what in the ever-loving fluff were we working on? We were connected. Oh, that's right. Does this chat pop-out thing mean that it's going to show up on screen? How do I get back there? Phoenix, do you understand at all how to use... Let's see here. Live chat. If I do done... no, that... I don't understand. what I just did. I feel it was meaningless. All right, whatever. I don't know how to get chat to show up on screen. Is that okay? It's all right, Phoenix. We're just trying to be fancy with two cameras, glitchy as they are. Glitchy as she goes. Do, 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 do. All right, we are crocheting first off this morning because I have done 13 and a random one with 5. So we're going to actually do 6 of these little flowers for the Mummer's Necklace project. So I thought since I've done all of them so far, I would show you all how I do these. This is from a pattern from the Priscilla's Antique Crochet book, which I have a printout copy of over in that general direction. Phoenix, you didn't bring all the tools that you needed. Let me take 2 steps that way. Grab the tool I need, and we will be right back. Loki, don't knock anything over. Oh my fuck. All right. Okay. Oh, don't care about. After these messages, we'll be right back. Okay, where the oh, that's right. Here the fluff I am. There the fluff you are. Everything is so slow. All right, speed the fluff up. All right, what I have here in my hand is a pencil, and you say, Phoenix, what does a pencil have to do with crocheting? Well, hello, Jess. Welcome, welcome. I'm sorry, I don't know what's up with the YouTubes, but welcome to the Rumble side, because I know that portion is marginally less of a disaster. Sorry for the potato stream. I will figure out how to change this to 1080p and 60, but oh, we're up to 29. How can I change this? All right, I'll figure it out. We are here. I have a pencil. I have this metallic thread and my delightful size 12 crochet hook. And we are going to make one last flower. I'm going to get in a more comfortable crocheting position. Okay. Oh, the old lady noises. All right. Position achieved. So what I'm going to do is take this pencil. I'm going to grip it, the thumb and the pencil, and I'm going to proceed in the winding fashion, and I'm going to count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This next part is super tricky. I'm going to, with my left pointer finger and thumb and a little nail, slide and grip the entire log all together. Now I have a cute little ring here. And in my crocheting hook hand, I'm going to grip the hook and I'm going to shove it through the hole, and then I can transfer this whole little bundle and proceed in my preferred fashion of crocheting, which is this way. The way my grandma taught me. And the directions in the book say double crochet, but I think that means because you're going to wrap, oh, I can't see. All right. And we do 4, in modern terms, single crochets in this ring. So that's 2. Welcome to the first portion of this show where Phoenix literally is going to count out loud because usually I count in my head, but on camera that would be very boring. All right, we did 3. This thread likes, you have to be careful. Now I'm going to do a chain 1. I'm going to chain 1, chain 2, and chain 3. And then I'm going to do what they call a picot stitch. So I'm going to go back to the first chain I made and stab it and do a slip stitch. and gently. Oh, this thread is kind of a biatch. And when it splits, it's horrible. All right. Oh, there we go. And then I'm going to repeat four single crochets a picot until we get 6 of them. All right, let us proceed with the counting. So if anybody wants to crochet along with me on these cute little flowers, I've got this last one to go. Then we might as well trim them, stitch them onto the necklace, or we can do some pad stitch on those flowers. We'll figure it out. We've got some work to do. So let us proceed. What's everybody working on? Are people making, anybody been fancy and started over the top holiday Christmas baking stuff, things that need nurturing, rum balls or fancy shit like that? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Super fascinating content tonight. Can Phoenix count to 4 5 more times? We shall see. All right, and I don't really need to count out loud, but Amy busy. Because chat is popping this morning. Welcome, welcome. Pop on in. Anybody got some? If this is also your weekly reminder that if you have overly ambitious holiday sewing plans, you best be getting started because time be slipping away on those things. Or what are your favorite quick, easy makes for the holidays that like people actually like and are like, oh, thanks, you made me a thing. What am I gonna do with this? How do I get rid of this? Nothing's started yet. Yeah, me neither. On either of them, on either front, to be frank. Oh, is Loki? This is great. Loki is like just off frame the way I have the camera set up. If I got rid of one camera, Loki is keeping me company on the sewing machine table. But if I touch anything, something might get fluffed up. Okay, that screen I need to touch every once in a while. Okay. Oh, Kiko, what are you doing in the frickin' garden? Is that... Oh, Jesus. Loki, don't knock the camera over when you go. Oh no, you lost your crafty side at the moment. Oh, it happens sometimes. I think that's why I have... Oh, don't knock a cord. Don't... Oh, fluffernutter ball sacks. Oh. Loki, hey, they're outside. Stop. Oh my god. Oh. Where was I? Oh, that's where I dream about trim and stuff that you have to cut, like making bias tape or making trim, something that I know I'm gonna need a shit ton of. And if I do it in particular colorways, I know that I'll use it later. That's what I do when I'm like, that's why sometimes I just sew miles of rolled hem around here because I'm like I need something to do while I stream. Do I feel like starting anything or really doing anything? No, but I can do this one thing and I know it will serve me later. So that's one of my tricks. And it's all right to just take a break. You've been quilting hard, not hardly quilting, so. Or sometimes it's fun to just play with different techniques and be like, what's craft adjacent? that might be fun to incorporate, but not have a big high stakes. Like, I need to do this giant thing. Just play for a while. There's nothing wrong with playtime. That's what Saturdays are for. Oh my god, is Kiko still out there? There's so many cats. Jingle bells, and there's this new. Oh my god, stop fighting with your sister. Oh my god. Yeah. It is one of those days. Oh, I can talk about something and count in my head because I've made I, certain motions we've done so many times. And as I move along, I try to mush the rings, or not the rings, the stitches on that foundation ring. Because the ring, what we did is just floof up the center of it to make it a little bit more chunky looking. I really like how these come out on this metallic thread. Well, let's see here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we just have a little bit more to go. So I'm gonna carry on with my 4 modern day single crochets, or in the old fashioned book, they call them double because you're gonna pull once and twice versus they call that a single crochet today. But regardless, carry on. Do we really have 9 people? Welcome to the most awesome workers and lurkers. I hope whatever it is that you are working and wherever you are working and lurking from, you're having a much better time because you're here with us. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our 5th one. All right. And if you remember, at the first go around, they have this ingenious way of closing these ones. So I did 3 single crochets at the very beginning and then did the first picot group, because at the very end we're going to do that one last single crochet and then a slip stitch. Oh, come on, pull gently. Yeah, if you're not careful, this metallic thread, it's easy to pierce through it, and it likes to be troublesome where something is caught. I have too much. Just slide off, bitches. Hold on. Hold up. I'm just gonna restart. Okay. I must have got stuck somewhere. Alright, that one slid through better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I'm gonna smush it over again for this last group of 4. My last picot. Oh, there we go. Hook it on the hook. I need to touch this again. Is the battery on this second device going to be one of my rate limiting steps? And I'm going to have to figure out how to string more cords around here. Cord management for streamers. 2. Yeah, I've been hemming and hawing about whether to do solid color flowers on the bottom row and then do the color. I kind of want to, just to add a, I don't, let me, okay, there we go. Sorry, Phoenix needed to pay attention. All right, so now I'm gonna do my last single crochet, and you just gotta like force it into that empty spot a little bit. It's fine. And then I'm gonna smush everything over. Generally aim for that last stitch direction. Is it going to be perfect necessarily? No. What I'm going to do, what I've done the whole length here is I'm going to pull gently a loop. Actually, I don't even need it to be that large. I'm just going to pull it a loop and cut because this is my last one, and then take the end, stuff it through the little hole, and then pull taut. On the previous sections, I made the loop big enough to feed the spool through, because then I could do them all on a little ring and know A, how many I had, and B, where they all were, because Phoenix cutting each of these independently would inevitably lead to making more of them because something got misplaced. Like 100% likelihood. I know me. I know me. But here we are. Phoenix can crochet. We do all sorts of things. I get. And all right, let me tidy up my workstation. Have us actually wipe off my cold, clammy palms. So, how to make extra fancy crochet things? If you're doing flowers and you need to do a magic loop ring, try using something to make that inner ring a little bit thicker and add some more dimension, or make it a super fat chunky thing and really go over the top. So the world is your oyster for making shit. Just make stuff. All right, we are cleaning our words. Yeah, so yeah. How are things going? It is a little chilly but sunny. Leaves are coming in nicely. Ooh, they're falling. Leaves are coming in nicely. I think I meant the leaves are changing colors nicely. Oh, look at how adorable. There's one of there we go. I did one accidentally with only 5 instead of 6, and I thought about not making another one, and then I was like, maybe you should just make another one. Oh, I will figure out how to get chat. Is that to show up on screen again? Try to improve one thing and then feel like I've taken a two step back. Mostly this frickin' potato stream quality. How do I change this? Because everything I go starts better, and then I start the show and it says, we're gonna stream at potato quality for you, but with 2 cameras of potato-ness. Oh, yes, you're welcome. Yeah, so where there's a will, there's a way. Coffee time. All right. Here is where they are going to be attached to. So here's the Mummer's Necklace project. Yeah. So I thought for these gold flowers to put them on the center of these chunkier ones. Oh yeah, here, like in the middle. Because then also I didn't pull the little red crochet flowers on a chain. Oh, right. I don't want to touch that because Loki. Oh, we'll deal with that later. But yeah, when you're in between projects and in doubt, there's always something to do with that. Like, I know I always use polka dotted rainbow smushed bias binding. I was thinking was here are the beat sections. Ooh, can we be super fancy? Maybe I should grab. This feels heavy. Ooh, look at that. I don't mind these two camera angles. Okay, so here is the very center. I think I'm going to do. No, you can't see. Two more of the red flowers in this bottom section. Because then we've got the center detail, which is going to line perfectly. So I'm not going to do the gold flowers, obviously, on this section, but then we'll pick them up again just after. Where's the centerpiece? I think I'm going to just stitch the beads on to the ribbon by hand at the very end. Because they're heavy, and which will be good to do the ribbon and all of the bits and bobs to help secure it. So we have back again. Yeah, so I think we are gonna, because right now I don't have red flowers stitched here, but I think I don't know what else I would do, and mostly I don't know what else I would do. So let's do that first. The next, or okay, so then next probably makes sense if we're going to do solid colored flowers here at this bottom, because then we'll do some cut work around. We know we need to do cut work around the edges. So let's add some stability. All right, because then we can do scrolls and leaves from these flowers up to the next. Oh, yes. We are so heavenly today with our hoop halo. Oh, yes. Oh, welcome to the stitcherings. Okay, and then in the middle are going to be these gold flowers on these chunkier ones. And then in this top section is going to be those little red ones. Oh, you know what, though? I should check because I might have enough. Especially, okay, those ones are going to be last, so I don't really need to think about dealing with what I'm going to do with that next. Where was I in explaining what I was doing? Oh, right. So in this top section is going to be those little red flowers. Because I wanted we've got these repeating motifs, but also in a offset. Not, it's organic. It doesn't completely line up, but it's structured. All right, next. Do we want to do just solid red? Or do I want to... Phoenix, what are you kerflufferating? No, it's mostly red, gold, and black, and we can do black accents. It's gonna be Phoenix. It's gonna be fine. It's really gonna be okay. Let's start with the flowers that we already have set. Do I have clothes that I should? the red that I want to use for the couching. Let me off my beautiful halo. Throw around some red thread. Ooh, lose my needle in my hand. And that is what I said, yo. Alright, back to the knot rhiners. I need my bobbin tin to get out a red bobbin because we're going to do red, 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 red. My brain is like fighting me. Maybe I'll do every other. I, for some reason, really want to do red with some black lace leaves. So maybe do like an every other, a solid one, and a cut work one. Because I don't want everything to be. It's a necklace, and it doesn't need to be hold the weight of a garment, but it does need to be structurally secure so it's not going to fall apart. So I need enough stuff. Where's my red thriller thread? Do 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 do. Thriller thread. Where is my red thriller thread? Where? Oh, where? But we've got red bobbins, but we are not threaded. Let us thread it up. Oh my god. Thank you, everybody who's here watching this utter madness of a disaster. It's Saturday, so we do art sewing, and I today and you are viewing Phoenix stress out about this gift that was asked for and feels super high stakes. Is that partly true and partly just made up in my head? 100%. But alas, here we are. But seriously, what did I do with that red crochet cotton in the heavyweight? Because regardless, I'm going, oh no, pick to one they can see, Phoenix. We're just so getting used to being extra fancy. I'm going to do red filler thread around each of the petals. No, let's just do them solid because I think we can do a lot with the stitches to make them pretty and full. Because we are not going to have all the other flowers are crochet. So let's show off to the mummers fancy stitching skills also. Oh, I'm kind of excited for the leaves and the scroll work because I'm just thinking of like old-fashioned jewelry that the color, the patina that had. All right, let's get under the hood here and change out our bobbin thread. I know, look at that. I think my bobbin shuttle's getting tarnished. We should polish her up. Is that better? Metal polish. Spruce things up. Alright, there we go. And we need red, but still, Phoenix, we can't begin sewing until we find this filler cord. Where? Oh, there we go. There we are. So this is just some other red crochet cotton because we're gonna just fluff up like we did with the akin to wrapping the thread around the pencil prior to our crocheting. We're gonna use this thread exactly the same way, but to stitch over just a lump that area up a little bit on those petals. Where did I just put my hoop? Slowly but surely, all of these things come together. We're gonna not drink over the necklace. I'm gonna start at one end. I'm gonna use this smaller hoop, partly because I can't find the I misplaced the other one, but also I don't want to have too much of this project stuck into the hoop and being stressed on at any one time, so that's okay. And but again, big hoop on the bottom, little hoop on the top. There we go. Just really gently tautening it, hardly anything. It has a nice taut and timbre at the moment. So am I gonna hit the edge here? Just be really careful. So let's start with the most horrible, scary spot. Find the edge of our crochet cotton here. Where are we? There we are. Yeah. Oh, no, we need 2 feet. Just so. Touch you. Move. Okay. Do, 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 do. Alright, we are in frames. Okay. I'm gonna really carefully get ourselves organized. Start to pull a length. I'm gonna go slow at the beginning because we need to check, see if we need to do any last adjustments on our thread tensioning, because which is also why we are starting at the back, so if it goes all awry, nobody's gonna really see it. This is our practice. Trying to figure out where to, all right. I need that ball close by, but also out of the way. This is a good place to use our little tweezy snippies. We're in a confined location with sharp, pointy things. And even my little fingers are too fat for this job. There we go. And I think I've pierced it, which is good, because I'm just gonna gently take a couple of stitches, holding this in place, just to pretend to lock everything down. Maybe. Oh, yet again, Phoenix, you got another camera angle, but what do you show? Only the back of my hand. You're welcome. You're welcome. What? Let's see here. Oh, Phoenix, you didn't do what you said you were gonna do. Did I do it and then pull it out? It may be both. All right. So now I'm just gonna now I am going to couch this filler thread around the flower motifs that I stitched on last week as my little safety guides here. Let us let the stitching begin. maybe. Next, you're making funny faces. All right. Oh, wait, let me. Trim off this horrible disaster because that is unacceptable. What happened here? I'm gonna really carefully just gonna trim away this heap of a disaster because that is some unacceptable stitching, and we have one of two issues. Either the bobbin is off or something is off. It's either the bobbin or it's the top thread. Fancy that. All right, let's look under the hood first. Nope, you are appropriately aligned. So that means your problem is here. Pulling too much. I mean, we need more tension. Where is our thread tension? My favorite spool. But let's try some. I'm just gonna add some magnet weights to the top of my spool here. Just needs a little. Oh, no, it's also good. All right, let's get distracted by sounds from the outside. Carefully move stuff. I'm being really gentle. These metallic ribbon threads are making me a little. I don't want them to be shredded. I know that at the very end I have the crochet chain to attach that's going to cover all of that stuff, but I don't. It feels super nice, but what are we going to do? All right. Welcome to Phoenix Thread Sewing Machine. Yet again. Be nice. Use your threading bird because you've blabbered on so much this morning and we haven't had enough sweet sounds of this sewing machine. Phoenix, where's your scissors? They're right in front of your face now. All right, there we go. Let us try this again. Take two. Oh, because you know what I think also I was pressing too hard and I got everything stuck underneath on the feed dogs. I think we had two things go errantly. I'm just slowly making sure nothing's getting stuck in my treadle belt. All right. I'm just slowly moving and stitching around. Yeah, because I'm going to have cut work on the outside of these petals, so I don't necessarily need the insides to be cut work also. We're trying to showcase a number of different techniques. How awesome we are for the mummers. So why do one thing when we can do all of the things? And I do think that filled red flower, I think these will be nice. They will be nice. I don't think. I know. We don't try to sew good. We do so good. Darn it all. And there you can kind of see one stitch done. Let's do all of the satin stitch. I'm just gonna start again. And I'm gonna try to sew close to where the last petal is, but not exactly over it, because I do want some definition in the petals there. Oh, chat's hopping today. Good work. I'm glad that everybody's working so hard on your project. Whatever it is you're doing it really good. Or chat is just failing me. Could be that, but probably people are just enjoying having me on while they do other things. Oh. Don't have sewer face. Close your mouth, Phoenix. Making funny faces because I kind of stitched off the line, and there's places where you can color outside of the lines, but for reasons of aesthetics, I don't really want to. Plus, that increases the risk that when we do the cut work, I'm going to accidentally cut through with something that I don't want to. So I am going to try to be more careful. All right, we're just going to take wide little circles. We're going to take wide little circles around this petal here that's super close to the hoop, because I'm too lazy to pop everything out just to move it again. Are we stuck? It's so easy to get stuck in the feed dogs, so just go slow and don't press too hard. Right, next petal here. Let's see here. Can we start to see some more definition? There we go. Oh, we're all these fancy, like, artsy fartsy talks. Oh. I really don't want to get coffee, so I'm just. Man. We're doing so good today. All right, let's get. Where do I need? Oh, no, we don't need that. Maybe if we gently. I don't want to roll this too tightly. Yeah, welcome to Phoenix Streams at Potato Bit. I need to look up. I know. Or. I don't know why. Do I. And how I to change. I don't. Yeah. I know. I'm only streaming at 7:20. Did all the first go-to things, but they say it looks better, so we'll get it better. Send your suggestions cordially down below of how to fix the potato stream with the direct pass-through. I know there is a way, and I am not doing it. Obviously. I'm gonna gently down this. Taking like a blind. Got a blind corner coming up. Let's do it where we can actually see. I don't want to fluff this up. No. Mm. Phoenix, you are doing so good today. Why, thank you, everybody. I'm so vain. Probably think this show is about me. I'm so vain. Yep. That's why we show up. Turn on the camera so we can share in this beautiful. I'm getting grumpy because my stitch, I wanted them. Things too big and far apart, and I don't like it. The next time when I go around these petals, I will have the hoop more appropriately adjusted. There we go. We're just going to carry on around these little flowers. Today's show, we are stitching around flowers. Oh, there's my fat fingers in the way. Yeah, so it's so you can kind of see there's where the stitching, where we stitched versus the unstitched flowers. And then all of the inside is going to be filled with stitching when we get there. Maybe we'll do one flower at a time. So we're not going to carry the red from petal to flower anyway. So, all right, we have planned for the next little while. Oh. And I'm not worried that I'm stitching over the gold that I laid down earlier. That was the point, to just have something else that I know at the end wasn't going to get cut away. I just needed some more structural support layers. Feels so weird. Getting used to a new screen when you're streaming, it just, ugh. I like knew where everything was when I was just in studio, but me trying to be fancy. Feel so lost. Sooner enough, will feel more. Oh, see, now you really can see how much the difference is. Oh, they're gonna look so good when they're filled. Oh, I'm so excited. So good. So good. Stitching is so good. So good. Watch me stitch now on a Saturday. Stitch now. Stitch now. Oh, Phoenix, you are really being mean to people's ear holes right now. You might need to reconsider that. All right, one flower petal almost. Almost to the next section, boys and girls. Slowly but surely, a project with a million steps will get done. jewelry pieces like this are fun because you get to you get to throw all the different techniques. You want to do something, you could do cross stitch, you could do bead, like pick something up, pick two things that you like to do that you and see how can you combine them, whether it's like jewelry making and are you going to add fringed borders to little art quilts or try a new style or technique. So many ways to get out of a slump. It's okay. Did I just pin a mess? Oh, all the messages pinned. Welcome, welcome. And I moved everything. We're still getting used to this whole setup. I don't feel so settled in yet. Slow down. You know what might be fun? What if we carried on with the satin stitching and do that all the way around these petals, since we're gonna do them filled. Why not give them some more texture and dimension? Let's go up and down. I was watching this video that I need to go back making little boxes out of citrus rinds. I think you just carefully peel it so that you keep the shell intact, and then take a little something to as a mold to let the rind dry around as it shrinks. And you have these nice smelly little containers. And I saw that, and then the next day there were little citrus fruits at the office. It's like, oh, yay. Are we back at the beginning? I'm gonna do one more. So there, oh, look at how nice that shows up. And then here I have the, the first flower that's filled in. Oh, you know what? Could have been nice and snipped everything. and showed it off before I started stitching, but we'll do a whole flower. You can see the all the steps, and then you can get the satisfaction of a nice close-up when the flower is done. How's that? I hope that's good, because that's what you're getting. Don't use your troll fingers. Gentle, gentle, gentle. So adorable. Like, just gonna do one more. Layer on top. Really, because I don't, I guess that would be a shorter path. I needed a way to carry the filler thread to the next petal here. So there, now you can start to see Here's the first filled petal next to all the empty petals that we still need to get filled in here. Or did chat shit the bed? Oh no, there we go. Just making sure. Let's just checking chat just to make sure. But no, you guys are people are jumping ship because we're streaming at potato quality and oh well. I'm gonna keep stitching though, because this isn't gonna sew itself. I'm gonna just put a couple more stitches in here. Not stress out. Phoenix, people have other things to do than watch you. How dare you think this stream was about you? No, I thought I heard something. Thought something was touching me where I don't like it. But no. Oh my god, these flowers are so adorable! There we go. And I'm also trying to make sure that my squiggly lines are inside the little that I'm stitching inside my petals. My petal outlines. Those are our big. Oh, I think I was rubbing on my thread. That's where my noises were coming from. Oh. Yeah, it seems like a pathway. Like jostling everything, trying to make sure everything's fitting nice and slug. Yes, we want. Welcome to slug stitch. Or if you're not seeing red, we didn't do it right. Slug stitch. Let's get salty with it. I'm using the needle to just kind of force the thread, put everything where I want it to go. Oh. Phoenix, check the bobbin winder. Because then I can turn the work, pivot, use the needle to put all the threads where I want them to go. And everything gets better. Stitching everything back together. Girl, oh no, just cars outside. Just the cars. Don't press so hard. These petals. Good choice, Phoenix. Good choice. That's good, because I'm just trying to find a way to carry the thread through all the petals. Then we'll cut it, make sure everything's nicely finished, and then move on to the next flower. Oh, it's not the noises outside distracting me, it's the noises inside. And I'm trying really hard not to have any or of the white showing from underneath, but it will get better the farther we stitch on. And also it's not a deal breaker. Oh, Phoenix, what are you doing? You are take your feet off the treadle. Sometimes if you're not or if I'm not careful, I accidentally move my feet and then I start stitching when I don't think I am, when that's not the plan. Actually, that I do, because then I'm on the back side of the needle. I can take one more stitch to anchor this section down. And then carry on. Now I've got that quilt all pinned and ready. One of these days need to just put something on in the background for 8 hours and just get it done, because I'm just gonna like stitch in the ditch except for where the blocks are not stitched squarely, and then I'm just gonna pick a straight line. Well, I kind of actually we're just gonna cover that line of gold, but even if the gold peeks through, it's fine. What are you doing, pooper doopers? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I got woken up to getting yelled at and some pooper doopers of a cat chewing on my fingernails. Because he likes to do that. I could do without that, but actually I think the big thing was it being like 6:30 in the morning, and I just want to sleep. But no, the cat said, "I'm hungry. You should get up and feed me now." Oh yeah, I think these red solid flowers. Oh, because you know where else we're going to add a little black to these flowers is in the very center. We're going to sew some black seed beads or something. Or it doesn't, Phoenix, don't stress about it right now. Just sew this part nicely. Oh, I thought that I could like just magically. Hello, Mona. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? We are doing so well. Doing some satin stitch, couched satin stitch on these little flowers here. But I hope things are doing pretty good. I hear in some places it might snow soon. I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah. Ugh. Then I'm like, but it is November. And in some places it does snow in November. having a crisis for? I'm not having a crisis. I'm getting stressed out about the placement of that filler. All right, we're back in business. Oh, thank you. Oh man, yeah, it is gonna be something. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really, really excited about how this is gonna, about the final form of this project. Every little bit that I've done, oh, because then these filled red flowers, and then the gold, how the gold. No, let's get a section where we can actually make it look nice. Because then up here will be these gold flowers, and then some more red flowers in the center on the topmost section. And that one has the crochet cord. So it's gonna droop down, but that is gonna be like the towards the very end of the project. Those will get attached because if I do them too early, they're gonna get stuck. So I'm gonna irritate inappropriately, and then we're gonna continue our way around with these solid red flowers. Because then there's scroll work and leaves and oh, so much. Oh man, all the good things. Bye, cats. They're outside. Nobody wants to come have snacks with me. No snacks. But if they try to get dirty paws on this project, there will be words will be had. I'm just using the needle to choose where mine gonna. Nope, slow. Do. Nope. Okay, Phoenix. Wait. Oh, Phoenix, you are ultra shitty at words right now. There we go. My needle wasn't lined up where I wanted it to be. When my stitches were off, and then I was getting grumpy. Or less. Oh, I keep thinking that I can just like slide through the needle, like it's magically got a slit there for me to move this filler cord through. And then I have to stop myself and I'm like, but why doesn't that move, Phoenix? Why? Oh, thank you, because I was just finished my coffee, sweets. Thank you, hand. I'm gonna keep my know where everything is. Just do one more at the top. I think I'm gonna use my little tools. Just That felt really stressful. 2 more petals to go, and then I will trim everything. Hold it up closer so my folks can get a better look without my hands in the way. My ego needs some stroking. I'm gonna need some oohs and ahs, so but we're not there yet, so save them, don't waste them yet. Really just trying to also not get all on the edges of the ribbon, but that is a exercise in futility. So good. All right. Because it's kind of easier to wrap the thread around, and then I can catch it on the back side. What is happening? No, Phoenix, everything's okay. I'm gonna do a little bit extra at the top because it was looking a little. I didn't like the way it looked from that last round, so I just filled it in a little bit more. Oh, these red flowers against the gold scroll work and leaves are gonna look so pretty. Oh, I'm so excited about this project. This combination of techniques and materials really makes me excited to make more jewelry. Now I want something for myself, but a different colorway. Things that our brain can stew around on. Because we're not starting another one of these until this one is done, that's for sure. I know it's so hard to visualize because there's going to be so much work, like where this all the incarnations that this is going to go through, where we are now to how its final form is going to be. It's going to be good. I just rotate every time I go back and forth. That's what I do. And things need to be taught, but not too taught. So yeah, if you haven't tried these old-fashioned stitching techniques and you have machines, you can do you can do this on any machine. You can do these by hand. Oops. That's all right. Just play. Just play with your stash. Because I heard, that horrible thing that what is it? See, stash beyond life expectancy. Oh. Phoenix has got a lot of projects ahead because in the event that I croak today, my stash is beyond what I could work through. I think we're gonna do just. I think I'm gonna trim this. Hold this down. We're gonna fasten this, and then let me unhoop, and I will take a nice. We'll get our oohs and ahs for this first red flower, because I think we are just about there, boys and girls. Okay. Let's unhoop this and get a real good look. Oh my gosh. Hello, little red flower. Yeah, so that's what we did. Now we've got 14, 16 more. We got a whole bunch more to go. So let's stitching. Yeah, I think this whole row is just gonna be these red flowers. Then we'll do some little gold work. All right, yeah, we got this. We got this project. And I just spilled on my fingers. I'm gently tautening it. Try not to untwingle the ribbon or pull completely off green the fabric. What are you doing, Pooper Duper? What are you doing? What say you now, Troubles? Alright, let me get this stuff out of the way. Are you gonna say hello, or are you just gonna, what? Come on. I could use some love and attention. Are you just gonna chew my fingernails? Maybe. Maybe. No, can't even get that. Where are we? Oh, that's right. We are sewing adorable red flowers on this necklace that was, well, a necklace in the colors of red, gold, and black was what was the request. And based on those parameters, this is what is being created. I think we are sewing up something spectacular if I can stroke my own ego. And in this case, I think we will. Wow, we are so mean. I know, Phoenix. Alright, so just like the last one, we're gonna start with the couching stitch. Solidify the petal shape, because I think there's at least one of these petals that we're just gonna zhuzh a little bit when we get there. I don't completely love the shape. And I am trying to get close to the top of the ribbon here, just to make sure that we're anchored onto some we're anchored onto our scaffolding. Those are the words. Glad I chose a smaller hoop. Like, I've got bigger ones that could have This small hoop feels really amenable to this project and right now. Yeah, so I just use my index finger and my thumb. Sounds like it, and my left hand is my pencil or the filler thread. And then we just move it around and gently try to do good stitching around it. Oops. Yeah, and I have to remind myself there's likely going, not likely, there 100% is going to be another round of satin stitching at closer to the end because we're going to need something to ensure, because we're doing cut work on the other side. But before we do the cutting into things, we do as much of the things where everything's solid, because as soon as we start cutting into it, then things can get shifty. It's gonna happen, but we try to save that till we absolutely need to have it. So here's one of these petals. I'm just gonna make make it a little bigger. My goodness, I did not buy a sewing machine, but I did do some damage at the Goodwill the other day. Oops. Shouldn't talk. That was a little flat on top, but Phoenix, relax your shoulders. I'm like getting. As soon as I noticed I was starting to get tense, so was my stitches were like, we're just pressing too hard on everything. No, take a breath, relax. Okay. Alright. No, what's stuck? There we go. Don't use your. Slow down. Oh, we're looking good. Alright. I can see that. Alright, I actually want that petal shape to look like. Oh, Phoenix, your big fat fingers. Yet again. Hard part, sometimes my finger, I'm pressing so hard that the tops of the petals are looking more square, and I'd like them to be a little bit more rounded, but let's see if we can. There we go. Oops, slow your stitch. Oh. And your okay. Yeah. Just had a whole bunch of little things not quite right, but let's think we're back in the stitches. Oh yeah, good choice modifying the shapes of these petals because they were a little bit wonky, but that's why we did a couple in pencil so we can get a feel for it. Then we do the outline the first pass just so we can get a better sense, and then we don't have to completely commit to anything until we start the couching section. Then once we do this, this is the shape that we are committing to. The magic of having everything match. I don't know how perfectly great our satin stitches are, but red cording, red top thread, red bobbin thread, you can't really tell, which is great. We'll get back to doing some contrasting Phoenix tests her skills shit, but this is not that project. This is stitched to the best of your ability and also use all of the tricks to keep potential disasters from being noticeable to the eye. Okay. I'm gonna start the next round of couching. Maybe we'll try to go around the petals in a circular fashion this time, just to... Why not? We're gonna get to the same end goal of a couched petal flower, but also another way that we can give a little bit more visual texture and something appealing for the eye to look at later. Oops. There we go. Oh, I kind of... Oh, there's no wrong way to do this. You could do all of them the same way. You can do all of them different ways. You can do whatever you want. Just... We're just rotating our filler thread through here because it's on the wrong side of the needle. Oops, don't throw it overboard though, because that will change our tension too much. Then we're just I'm gonna stitch over into the next petal here. I'm like so used to looking at this camera and pointing that I'm forgetting that I can also glance over and... Ugh, Phoenix, we're getting too fancy, too big for our britches. I don't know how to manage all of this tech and sophistication now that we're moving up in the world. Moving on up to the stitch side. I'm gonna carry on these spiral petals for this flower. This is also good if you get bored with doing the same thing over and over again exactly. Like, we've got all of these flowers to stitch, but if we mix up each flower, how the design of the flower petals for each flower, all of them are going to get filled, but then we won't get bored. You're prone to boredom with monotonous projects. This is a... What? Oh, they're mad because yard boy's outside and cats are stuck inside. Boo hoo hoo. Hoo hoo. What are you doing, pooper doopers? Yeah. He's working out there and he didn't let you out. Sorry. just looking a little empty, so I was trying to do a little last minute zhuzhing, but there is another go around for these flowers, so Phoenix, it's alright, don't worry. Alright, let me rotate so I can see a little bit closer and make sure that stitches are actually falling where they're supposed to. Wow, we are crushing it at streaming today. How? Where in the settings, if I were to be a thing that did a thing, over here. We're doing this. I'm gonna regret this. I don't know. Okay. Oh, I should click on this section that actually has chat though. Phoenix, you are like ultra shitty at streaming today. You know what? Since the end of September, things have just been kind of funny in a whole sorts of different ways, and then just like one. This whole year's just been weird. Like, time always is weird, and things always are weird, but for some reason, this is just like feels extra. And I'm kind of over it, but I don't have I don't have any choice over certain things. So it is funny that Three-Eye Alice keeps doing more interesting things. Comet loses its tail. They think, what is it? Nickel, weird metals, weird activity. At least we can see what it's up to now, but it went behind. We couldn't see it, and now we can, and not what we were expecting it to do, so that's fun. So I still think it's aliens. I think for my Secret Santa, I'm gonna ask for bath bombs and rhinestones. Why not? Why not? We used to get these logs of peat moss you could put in the tub. Those were like the best. Oh, so good. The hard part was like cleaning out the tub afterward because basically you made a mud bath in the bathtub, but look to order some. That shit's expensive these days. No peat baths for Phoenix anytime soon. I know the change in the direction on the stitching of the petals is really subtle, but it is noticeable. Or I see it close up. Oh, and again, welcome to Phoenix's fat fingers. I think I'm showing you sewing. All you actually see is my fingers in the way yet again. So I'm generally just trying to I just get to the next petal. Then we're going to rinse and repeat. Oh, we've got 2 more, and then we get to move to the next flower. 2 down, however many left. That was however many left. I think my second camera is going to have a rate limiting step though, because it is down to 35%. So we will have to see what we're going to do when it dies. Until then, I'm going to keep stitching. Oops. Right, that's the one where the tension was off and that cording was super retarded. All right. Rotate. Don't throw it. What are you doing, pooper doopers? Sounds like he's working outside and not letting you out. You're gonna sing, why don't you at least sing closer so everybody can hear how beautiful your voice is? Alright, I think this one we're gonna sew to the top and then go around close to the outside because there's looks like a space actually. Oh, I think it's where the gold scaffolding bar is showing through, but we're gonna just stitch over that. Let's rotate around here. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to see on camera, I think, but right where the tweezers are, just gonna stitch over that spot so we can get to our last petal here. Now we'll our 2 flowers done. Forgot I've got 2 cats. There's the camera where I need to see my fingers, and then there's the one where I need to make sure I make eye contact. For that. Oh, there's so many leaves outside. I wish there was more leaves, red colored leaves. We have lots of golden colored leaves. But fortunately not too much snow, so we don't have to worry about the golden colored snow because that's gross. Maybe we will get snow. Are they really? Oh no, they really are. The Farmer's Almanac? Next year's the last year? What a weird end of an era. What are the farmers gonna do? I guess we'll find out. Hopefully, I'm sure some of them, after all this time, remember how to grow crops. I wondered to do when's the last time somebody did a retrospective analysis to see how well the dates and things lined up from the almanac versus what actually happened. How accurate was it? So you know the weatherman weatherman, there's only so much they can predict so far in advance. Nope, that was what you wanted to do, Phoenix. Okay, we're gonna do one trim, stitch this last one down, and then move on to flower numero trace. And while we're finishing up this one, there a different shape we want to do for the next one? There's just an empty spot. I just wanted to fill that in while I was close by. All right, let's. We even did a good job on the back. Look at the wrong side, how nice that looks. And then there's the flower we just stitched. No, there's where the camera is. Look at how cute that one is. All right, on to that one over there. My eyes just tried to play tricks with me and thought it saw a hole in the fabric. But it was just the reflection off the gold. That I don't need that kind of stress on this project. No, no thanks. Why? You don't need that hanging around. Nope, there's our filler thread. Filler. We are. Oh, Phoenix. It's alright. You don't need to babble. You can just sew for a second. Everybody's just here to listen and. I think we got anchored in there. Anchors. Oh, wait. The second outfit I put on today because I thought I was gonna wear my pirate princess costume and like be all fancy and put it on, was feeling cute. And I was just like, I don't feel like it. So I didn't even put I remembered to put lipstick on, but like I don't want to put my face on. I just don't wanna. So I didn't. I just wanted to be here for the stitches. They were going to be the prettiest part of the stream, not my mug. It's okay. Maybe tomorrow. Or maybe not. Okay. It's my show. Alright, so away we go. Yeah, we'll figure out some topic. We'll figure out something. Oh, that's what was funny. BBC, I think, whatever. There is a knitting competition show. What is, oh, Best in Wool. And I only saw bits and I can't tell whether people are happy about this show or whether they're like, what the fluff? I don't know. I watched the first episode. I wasn't completely grossly offended, so I have to say about that. I think it's good that sometimes, we've got all of the other types of garment. Why not knit under a time pressure and have challenges? Why not, I say? I thought it was fine. Just gonna threads here. My brain can't completely comprehend how amazing this is gonna look when we're done with it. Right now we're just gonna enjoy the steps of getting there because I can't rush it. We have a max upper limit, and that just is what it is. Those gold, I'm just envisioning where I'm going to put the gold scrolls when we get there. Oh, so cute. Yeah, 'cause we'll do the scrolls and then we'll do the lace. Some extra filler lacy bits. Oh. Maybe we'll do some black in the bottoms here, like we kind of envision the very tips of the curved sections as the top parts of a cast iron scrollwork fence. Could stand for a little bit of black work in there, just snuck in. Something fun. We'll see. I haven't. So much of this project, there's things where I'm like, this is what I'm definitely doing. And then there's a lot of sections where I'm just like, I don't have to. I do need to do that. I think one of the hardest parts with art embroidery stitching like this is figuring out how each of the different threads on the different spools with the same machine, how you need to alter the tension because they're all different. You're like, oh, Phoenix, a spool is a spool is a spool. And on the surface, one could say yes. Until you try it and show yourself, that's not exactly the truth. And you'll know. Sorry, my eyes were having a focusing problem. They were like, where are we going to converge on this image? And it was trying to say, not at all. Oh, I know, people. I am sorry for the things I don't know how to fix right now. I will do some homework again. Somebody's going to leave me a mean, nasty comment and say, Phoenix, follow these directions for how to double check your streaming bitrate so you can move from potato quality to something worthy of this beautiful disaster. I am almost done with the outlining of these petals. How do I want to stitch the insides this time? What's up, Loki? What do you think, Sweet Fluff? Oops. I was taking some really giant stitches there. Those were not our finest piece of stitchcraft. Phoenix, stop being vain and over checking. It's not getting you anywhere right now. Oops. Oh, let's do. Okay. And we're gonna do like stacked. Not liked. Not like. We're gonna do a stacked pattern. Okay, so we've tried done. This is our third different pattern, so that's good. So we're continuing just to give it, just mixing everything up a little bit because we can. And why not add more texture and visual interest if we can? These motifs are so small and everything's going to be so subtle that more is definitely the way to go. Don't be a poop head, Trouble. Okay, cool. Okay, probably just this one and one more row. Then we'll figure out how to stitch back around so we can get towards the bottom to start on our next petal. We have gotten so much better at this embroidery stitching since this time last year, because don't want to jinx ourselves now, but it's been a while since we've broken a needle. And this time last year, we literally needed a needle break counter because there was times where we would break 2, 3, 4, 5 needles in a show, and then Phoenix would be like, all right, I've broken too many needles, time to close up shop. We are not that shitty anymore. Are we super awesome? No, but we're better than we were last year. All right, so again, I'm just doing stacked layers of our couched satin stitching. And I also just need to make sure we're not pressing with our ogre fingers because that does not, for good stitching, make. There we go. Don't stuff your face into the mic, Phoenix. Yeah, I'm not. Tomorrow will be a surprise because I'm not sure what we're working on yet. I do know it will be something fabulous. Fabulously, but that we will find out tomorrow. Or I will think about later. Actually, never mind. Phoenix, don't lie. You know what's in the needs to be worked on pile. Yeah, so I'm just changing which hand holds on the thread depending on which direction I'm stitching because I'm too lazy to move the hoop. And if you have two hands, sometimes it's nice to practice holding stuff in both of them. I'm gonna be dear reckless. Traveled the thread all the way over to this completely far away one. Just so I didn't need to rotate the hoop. Just try it the right way, please. That's not bad. We've done, what did we do? We've finished crocheting that last gold flower motif that we needed for the next section. We've got 3 flowers done so far. Well, 2 and a bit. So we're making our way along on this project slowly but surely, because machine only stitches so fast, and certain parts of this I was completely dragging my heels and being anxious and non-committal to want to work on, and yeah, kind of unnecessary. Anywho's it's here we are. I'm pretty sure the mummers is gonna love this necklace when I think I'm gonna love it, and I already do. There's so much left to be done. Yeah, I spent some amount of money at the Goodwill, and then Dove was like, "We cut. It's your money," and I'm like, "Yes, this is true." But then the next things were, "You spent X amount of money. Maybe you should challenge yourself to sewing through X amount or getting rid of." And I was like, I do have some of those cute flannels. The cloths that we made that chemise for ourselves, and I like it, but I don't, that material is not my favorite after a while. So maybe I'll make up some little shirts or little pants for smaller humans who might be less discerning than I am on certain things. Because then I can satisfy 2 needs. A, it gets out, and B, I feel like I've reminded myself I do make things for other people. I'm not completely a selfish seamstress, just mostly. Making jewelry is, for folks, way less stressful than trying to think about making clothes and getting the fit right. Necklaces generally fit. Bracelets generally fit. What do you think of this camera? Do you like this camera angle? I set it up someplace different today than I did from the Wednesday show. I haven't dropped this one and haven't moved out of frame, so I see some improvements from Wednesday. We'll continue to practice being better. It only works so... Yeah, Phoenix, don't make excuses, but no. We have almost finished our third flower here. I don't have to move the hoop. Think about which shape to stitch. Nope. Do it right. Something. Probably think this shows about you. You're so. Oh, doing this couching, it's so subtle, but close. You can really. Oh, it just gives the little something. Just gives them that a little something extra. Nope. I'm gonna love if I drive in the right direction. And stop getting overly excited. And there's. Don't invite disaster into projects, Phoenix. Shape might we want to stitch on the next flower since we're almost there? I don't know yet. Oh, I guess it's just as well that I can have to do the we have to do the outside couching stitch, so I don't completely need to be committed yet. Which is great. Maybe I'll just start repeating. They don't all have to be different, and I think if I set myself up for that stress of like needing them to all be a slightly different shape, my brain might decide to go on strike. Because again, Phoenix, there's going to be so much going on. Nobody's looking for these little things. You're just looking at the whole, all of it. If they notice, brilliant. If not, okay. All right, let me rotate, trim this, then we will unhoop and see our progress. Right through, okay. All right. And here we have 3 flowers done. And we've got 13, 14 more to go. So I guess there's 17 flowers total, and I have 19% juice on my second device. So I might call it a show for today and then figure out how I can be plugged in so I have 2 cameras for longer than 2 hours and 20 minutes, because I think that's my cap right now. All right. Thank you, everybody who stopped by. We have the best workers and lurkers chat. I've got the most awesome chatters, but the best workers and lurkers. So I will be back tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, sewing something. Don't wait till tomorrow to be fabulous today. Don't laugh at others unless you have laughed at yourself. If you're making stuff for the holidays, you best get started. All right, I'm going to end the stream. You be great. TTFN. I'll see you around. All right, bye.